All right, what's going on? It is July 13th, 2026. It's approximately 4:23 a.m. Eastern Side. We flip the poles. It might be Western. Gregorian calendar. Hear me out. I'm getting ready for work, right? And I'm coming across, I'm on YouTube and I'm scrolling, right? Because I like to react to things now. So I'm over at on the channel of at the truth is. And of course, it's titled Nicki Minaj just confirmed everything about the industry. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and tap into this video. Much peace, much light, much love, but especially the darkness because of dark matter. Back to you at the truth is.
Nicki Minaj just pretty much confirmed everything you were told about the industry. In a recent interview with Bryce Crawford, what she revealed seems to justify why so many artists eventually leave the industry. Not only did Nicki call out what she describes as a hidden system of success, but she even admitted she regrets how her music influenced a generation. We are going to dive deep into her most important claims to understand exactly what Nicki Minaj is trying to tell us about the music industry. Nicki Minaj has been going through some sort of change over the last few years. I don't know if it's her maturing and finding God, or if it's just a PR strategy to rebrand herself. Either way, the Nicki Minaj of today is not the same we once saw back in the 2010s. To be honest with you, Nicki is the last celebrity I thought I would see ever going through a Christian rebrand. She completely caught me off guard this year with everything she's been doing. But in this interview, she seems to explain why she switched her stance on the music industry and why she now presents herself as a Christian woman. According to Nicki, it is because the music industry...
Let me explain something. Before you get back into it, at the truth is, they know that the music industry is done. It's a wrap, right? So the next thing that they all go towards, whether they was in jail, whether they was a hoe on the street, whether they was, I don't know, out there selling fake ass prescription medication, whatever it is, they always run to religion, the next system, because they're going to try to push everybody into this one world religion, one world government. And let's not forget, she been dipping and dabbling into witchcraft. Back to you at the truth is, spirits will eat their ass up.
It's a deeply corrupting place. She almost describes it as being designed to guide you away from the light, to chase after gifts in the dark. Nicki made it clear she believes the music industry is actively turning people away from God.
Wait, how is everyone getting a new smartphone and high-speed data every month? If you're on Snap...
Nicki made it clear she believes the music industry is actively turning people away from God.
Do you think that the music scene as a whole, just a broad statement, do you think the music scene is very demonically organized? Is there a lot of crazy stuff that happens in there? Can you kind of tell me a little bit about that?
Well, it sure isn't driving people to God. It's, it definitely isn't making people want God more because it focuses on the worship of material things. And we all play a part in it. I've played a part in it, of course. It's not healthy. Over time, it's not healthy mentally and for the soul.
Now ask yourself, what do you think she meant by this? She is not talking...
First of all, like I said, they all ripping and running, trying to get another dollar because they got a lot of energies that they have to pay. Okay, all these spirits that they done summoned up, right, and done sacrificed to, them spirits don't want anything but them. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, let's get back into it. That the truth is, look at this shit. Look at her on here right now, though. Come on now.
About the dark aesthetic imagery the industry heavily relies on. Yeah. She is speaking about the industry environment as a whole. While there might not be literal people in the industry telling you to turn away from God, the environment is designed to make people prioritize chasing money and success over anything else. If it's not about climbing the industry ladder and achieving more success, it's seen as pointless. The way she makes it sound is like celebrities are trained to be materialistic, replacing God with money and fame. This could explain why so many celebrities end up lost after fame. They are told that to be truly happy, they must achieve ultimate success. They dedicate their lives to getting to that level to unlock what it brings, only to realize that material things cannot fill the emptiness of the soul. Nicki is saying she noticed this when she made it to the very top. She realized that while she was chasing success, she was inadvertently getting further and further away from God. This alone could explain why so much dark imagery is utilized in the industry. When people lose their way, they allow darkness to take over. Eventually, that darkness comes out in their art through imagery or song lyrics. Now, something I have to give Nikki credit for is admitting that her music negatively influenced her fans.
I guess I feel a sense of responsibility too a lot of the times, because a lot of the stuff that I was rapping about, I didn't, I was so young too. I didn't realize that there are young people listening to it and how it could probably make them make certain decisions that wasn't, really thought out. Now, if I could do it all over again, I would have changed a lot of things that I said, because I just don't like the idea of thinking that these people will now grow up wanting to change themselves as opposed to loving themselves, like as opposed to seeing how beautiful they are and realizing how much they have to offer the world just the way they are. That's what I think. That's what I think is very demonic about the industry as a whole, is that it makes people feel that they're never enough. And if you feel like you're never enough, how can you be happy?
Yeah.
During this part of the interview, she did what most artists would never do. Honestly, I was quite literally caught off guard when I heard her say that. Usually, artists deny that their music can influence fans. They always defend the music by saying it's just artistic expression and it is not designed to influence anyone, even though researchers have stated that music is highly influential. Unlike others, Nikki is not trying to remove her responsibility. She is actively admitting she believes her music did, in fact, influence her fans negatively. Essentially, Nikki is saying that her music pushed a certain culture and glorified a specific look. Constantly rapping about that lifestyle influenced her fans to adopt it for themselves. For an artist as successful and influential as Nicki Minaj, saying that out loud is truly important. She is taking accountability, and more celebrities should follow her lead. You cannot use all that fame and influence to make yourself rich, but then act like you're not influencing anyone when you get called out. Now, in the next part of the interview, Nikki answers a question everyone wants to know. Is there really a powerful organization that controls the artists in the industry?
Yes.
Is there an actual group of powerful people that kind of control everything?
Okay, let me say, my situation is I feel like it's very personal. Like, I feel that there definitely is a group of people that have made things very difficult for me, but I don't know if they're Illuminati. I don't know what they are. I always was looking at it as if this was a personal issue, that one person didn't really like me and they happened to be in a powerful position, and they were able to use their influence to make people go against me. And that because, they couldn't get certain money with me, that, they wanted the money not to come to me. I never looked at it as if it was like an entire secret society against me.
Yeah.
But who knows? It could be. It could have been. Who knows? But however, it definitely has been spiritual. Now, what they call themselves and what they proclaim to be, only they could tell you that.
Yeah.
But has it been a spiritual warfare?
Yes.
Absolutely.
While Nikki didn't necessarily name a specific group, she admitted that there had to be one. She said she never dealt with them directly, as her situation was just individual powerful people trying to bring her down, not necessarily a powerful collective working against her. Now, I found this interesting. I was left wondering if Nikki genuinely believed that, or if she was just not trying to say too much that would get her in trouble later down the line. See, while Nikki is running around calling out the industry, she is also still a part of it. She is still dropping music, going on tour, and making mainstream appearances. Maybe she does know there is a group, but it would be in her best interest to allude to them but never actually name them. Which makes total sense when you listen to what she said next. Nikki claims that some powerful individuals want to control all the artists. She said if these artists don't fall in line and choose to work with them, they purposely sabotage your career.
So you can put God's word on your lock screen and it changes every day. And it's really cool because you don't even have
your career.
I started realizing people are really vindictive in this industry. That if you don't, in other words, I started realizing that if you don't get money with one person or specific people, they don't want you to get money at all.
Whoa.
And that's when I started realizing, oh my gosh, what did I sign up for? Because I didn't know that these people would be so territorial over people, that they don't even know, that they don't have any claims to. But that's what it started feeling like. It started feeling like everyone wanted to stake their claim into human beings, like they were property. And if you didn't abide by their rules or put money in their pocket, they would actively try to stop you from making money to feed your family, from prospering in the industry that you love.
Whoa.
So that's when a different light bulb went off in my head. Like, what the heck did I get into?
Whoa. Okay. I got a lot of questions because when you say that they would stop you from flourishing in general, are you saying outside of just the music industry, like they would try to stop from flourishing in every aspect?
If you're in the music industry, that's the way you make money. So everything is kind of the music industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would be like if you had a disagreement with one person, instead of that person just moving on with their life, and you moving on with your life, it would be like this person would call someone else so that you won't get an opportunity over there. And then that would continue happening. But not just with me. I saw it with a lot of very talented people, that they were talented and maybe one particular person or one particular group of people didn't like them. And because of that, they kind of just got, made to be like almost invisible.
Now, when you listen to this, it completely contradicts what she just said previous. First, she says there isn't a powerful group running the industry, but then she alludes to there being exactly that. People who have the power to control the industry through what she described as almost a hidden system of success. This is what I mean by Nikki wanting to call out the system without really calling them out. She wants to expose the people working against her without calling out the entire system, because she still wants to operate within it. From what I see, people believe Nikki was talking about Jay-Z and Roc Nation here. She is referring to the allegations she previously made about Jay-Z and Desiree Perez. The reason people think she is talking about them in this interview is because of the massive Twitter rant she aimed directly at them earlier this year. Around the Grammys, Nikki started tweeting about Jay-Z, Roc Nation, and Desiree Perez. She accused them of a host of things, but most importantly, she alluded to issues she was having with the company regarding her career. In this interview, Nikki comes off as shading Jay-Z without actually trying to name him. She is basically saying they are the ones responsible for controlling artists. While Nikki never names any specific organization, she does admit she believes the music industry is spiritual warfare. During this part of the interview, she claims the industry is being used as a form of spiritual attack.
It was like constant spiritual warfare. I wish I would have known sooner that this music industry was such a spiritual experience. Because I felt like I brought a knife to a gunfight.
Whoa.
Without knowing that, without having that information. I feel like, I was ill-equipped for what was ahead, and no one had given me a heads up. God. And I had to figure it out when I got there.
So did you just constantly feel pressure to, in those environments, when you have one group of people that are kind of in control, essentially, there's a lot of pressure put on anyone that could walk in that room, and you were obviously in rooms like that. So were you ever in a season, obviously not now, but were you ever in a season where you felt like you had to maybe compromise boundaries or something like that just to stay in the room?
Not specifically. With me personally, I don't feel like I ever did compromise for specific things or like in specific rooms, but I feel like overall it was a compromise on what I knew to be true about, myself.
Yeah.
Like overall, I think that the music industry was a compromise and is a compromise. But thank God I can honestly say that no, I don't feel that I was ever personally made to compromise. Like I feel like everything I did it willingly. And I spoke up a lot.
Yeah.
I spoke up a lot about things. And, maybe that's why I was a bit of an outcast because they couldn't get me to just go along with whatever everyone else was doing most of the time. I had to really believe it in order.
She noted that while she was never directly instructed to compromise her morals, she found herself having to do it in order to fit in, which, if you think about it, is quite literally the same thing. If you have to become someone you're not and do things you don't agree with just to make it big, you're basically compromising yourself. It seems like, again, she wants to say the industry is bad, but only because of the specific group that does not like her. It makes you wonder if Nikki is truly speaking out because she thinks it's right, or if she is just doing it because she wants to call out people she does not like. Either way, Nikki is still firmly planted in the very industry she is criticizing. But if we listen to what she is saying about this industry she has been at the top of for over a decade, we learn that because of the environment, artists are naturally led on a path away from God. According to her, artists have to make sure to remain on the good side of certain powerful individuals who have the power to blackball them. And she also believes that artists are responsible for their influence over their fans. Most importantly, she makes it clear that she believes the music industry is very spiritual. This coming from one of the biggest rappers in the industry tells you a lot. But what do you think? Do you agree with Nicki Minaj? Do you think she's right about the industry? Or do you think she's just saying these things because of her issues with Jay-Z? Honestly, while the things she said seem valid, I cannot get over how she basically tries to imply there's only one person to blame for this. That is what I find hard to believe. But it is interesting seeing Nikki turn into this nowadays. I wonder if she would still be saying all of this if her relationship with Roc Nation had worked out. All of this seems to connect directly back to what she said about the Grammys a few months ago. Earlier this year, Nikki ranted about what she believed was wrong with the industry. She made it clear she felt something dark had taken over and that the Grammys were a perfect example of that. I covered all her claims in this video, where I pointed out what she might have been referring to. If you want to see what Nikki called out about the Grammys, watch this video right now. If you want to further support the channel, join me on Patreon. It's only $3 a month, and you get access to over 60 exclusive videos.
All right, y'all. So his Patreon is patreon.com/thetruthis. Okay. So make sure y'all go ahead. I think that's a / okay. The Truth Is. Let's go on over to his channel. Y'all already know I gotta show that support. All right, so we're over at The Truth Is channel, over 427,000 subscribers on their way to 500K. Much, much appreciated you are. Let's go on over to the videos here, and as you can see, we got Jay-Z wants you to forget what he did. Kai Cenat fooled millions with streaming university. Academics fully exposed Jay-Z's secret puppet. There's something off about these all-white parties, okay? And then let's go on over to my channel. And here's my reaction video. So Ellen DeGeneres really got flued out to hide from her karma. Let's scroll on down, and did Tiana Taylor join their club? Is Drewski an industry plant? Is NLE Chopper promoting the Zestfully Clean agenda? And then also, speaking of Zestfully Clean, we got young Pharaoh up here. Was considered to be one of the master teachers of the conscious communities here up here twerking. Okay? So yeah, much peace, much light, much love, but especially the darkness because of dark matter. If you're into tarot divination, come on and check out my live videos. Pick your poison, let's stop. What's the overall energy of mothers in the month of May? Family, can you trust them? Right? Trust me, family problems kills your happiness, but they make you damn strong. What did certain physicists find while they were studying? All right. What is the divine feminine? All right. So again, much peace, much light, much love, but especially the darkness because of dark matter. And I love you. Peace.